Hello, I'm Zach with Salesforce.
Nice to meet you. Chris, Lennox, and I'm the regional director for the Richardson branch, which is also the headquarters. So,
Okay, good to know. I'm originally connected with Kevin, and he told me that y'all were in the realm for a new CRM, and I understand there's a lot of great CRMs out there, a lot of great companies. And, just let you know first and foremost that I'm honored to even be able to sit down with you and kind of see where y'all are at with y'all's decision making process and everything like that.
yeah. Kevin, great guy. So glad you connected with him in that sense. But yeah, no, for sure. I'm glad to be here as well. And I know that there are other options out there and whatnot, but that's what we're here to do right now is sit down and figure stuff out. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and going off that, I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk to you, ask you some questions, see where y'all we're at currently, where you think a CRM could project you on the future, and hopefully work together and grow your business. So first and foremost, I just wanted to ask, do you currently have a system here at Linux?
Here currently, Linux does not possess a current CRM system. We have more of a database that manages all of our information, and we do that by using Microsoft Excel and Word. So as for a current system, no, we are not present in one, but we do have I guess you can say, outdated way of storing our information through Microsoft.
Okay, yeah, Excel, pretty familiar with it. So would you say that your system currently is you do feel like it's efficient?
Honestly, I feel like our current system has a lot of faults. There's definitely some cracks that we've been able to discover with our current way of managing data, whether that be a loss of time just computing the data itself, whether that be a difficult line of communication because of real time, honestly. There's a gap between when this data is entered versus, let's say when another employee sees it, they have to kind of go out of their way. For example, let me give you a real life example here. Let's say Joanne does a certain compute on this data in our current system, and instead of another employee, let's say Bob, seeing it right away, she has to go out of her way and send an email like, hey, this is done, I've completed this information's here. And we kind of want to get rid of that middle part,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just simply time efficiency.
For sure.
You feel as if this time efficiency, and lack of communication, lack of real-time data, could be leading to some potential problems within the company.
Oh yeah, 100% for sure. And that's why I'm sitting down here is to pinpoint what those problems are and kind of figure a way around those. See if we can come up with something today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good to know. And as far as Excel and Microsoft Office, all that stuff, is there a current way for you, in your position as regional director, is there a way to just look at overall performance of employees to see what they're doing, how much time they're spending on computing this data, inserting data, making calls? Is there a way to see that?
There's not a way to pinpoint. I would to answer your question, there's not a way to pinpoint who puts what where, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, in a way we do see overall performance, but we kind of want to break it down, and maybe see like an individual performance, individual data management and kind of compare on that scale. So there's definitely room to grow on, getting a performance feedback from how our employees think the system is,
Mm-hmm.
how much time could be saved, tons of things.
Yeah, and for employees and everything like that, I'm sure that for them, they want to do well at their job, and have you as the director, have you had any complaints from these employees?
That's a good topic to talk about right now, as we're going into kind of the cracks, like I said earlier, of this current system. There's been a few complaints here and there, of having to maybe work a little extra time that week, fixing a problem that wasn't necessarily human error. It was more so called an organizational error with our technology. So yeah, for sure, there's plenty of things, and we want to find a way that's gonna help us fix our problems pretty soon. You could say.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to hear. So from a CRM standpoint, like what are the big main things that you would like to see a CRM bring to your business?
Something that a new CRM, a more dated CRM, as in something newer, we definitely could see an upgrade in communication between our employees. Like I mentioned earlier, they'll having to go out of your way to reach another employee about something. We can get rid of that. So in that case, it would be a big time management upgrade as well. Help with organization. There's multiple things, honestly, that this can bring to us.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing you say, from what I'm gathering from that, is that you kind of want, the CRM that you integrate into the company, you want it to kind of streamline that process of, connection to deal, and make it easier on the employees, like, oh, this person's already been contacted, I don't have to recontact them, or, them having that real-time data to see, so they don't have to go check, they can just, on their phone, if they're out in the field, like, oh, this is what I got to do, I can do it right now.
For sure, 100%. Here at Lennox, we value our employees. We want them to gain many benefits as they're here with us, and also at the same time, we can offer them, hey, this is going to make your day-to-day life easier. This is going to, in general, positively affect the entire company. So anything we can do that in the long run helps the employee is what we like to do here at Lennox.
It's great to hear. Great to hear that you're taking care of your employees. Always like that from a company. So I'm just going to give you an example. So say you take our CRM, you implement it, and it works, and you find yourself saving time on an employee level. Say it's 5-6 hours a week that employees, instead of implementing the data into the database, they now have that time freed up. Like what do you feel like your employees will be able to do with this time saved?
Oh wow, with plenty of time saved from doing tasks that don't really compare to the end goal, there's going to be a ton of things they could do. They could put more time into I guess more relevant aspects. You can kind of put your eggs in different baskets, so to speak, rather than multiple people doing one thing. You can spread that out. So much better management wise, and that will also help with efficiency, and that will just lead to profit growth in general.
Okay. Yeah, just grow the company.
Right, which and then helps the employee in the long run.
Okay.
Yeah, everything gets handed right back to them.
So I'm hearing time saved, and company growth, which is always great to hear. That's our job. Make things a little easier for y'all. And with that being said, is there any fears that y'all have about going into a CRM?
Yeah, there's been a few talks of what we see as a risk with a new CRM. Obviously, we want someone we can trust to begin. We want to build a good relationship with someone who's going to be managing or giving us this new CRM. But no, there's been a few fears. We can start with maybe just the new recent technology, and possibly some employees not turning it down, but maybe batting an eye to the experience and the training that is needed with a new CRM, possibly. So there's been a few talks about that, and also a security. Security is also big for our company here. Lennox takes that very seriously, and with managing tons of customers' data, we can't have any slip ups.
Yes.
So that is a big thing for us here.
For sure. So on the security aspect, is that an internal thing, or would that be on our end with we use the cloud system? I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so the cloud system would hold all your information.
I see. So I'm not too familiar with the cloud system. There's been a few speculations. Just with I know you asked about whether it's an internal or external data that we're worried about. I would say honestly both. You know, they're both very important. But there's definitely internal data that, you know, it's private, and it's something that, like I said earlier, we need to trust the company to build this great relationship. So yeah, the security, like I said, is very big, and definitely an internal and external worry in that case. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great to hear. You know, looking back over everything we talked about, if you would like to schedule a meeting, possibly next week or in the next coming weeks, we could go over all of the the problems, concerns, what we can offer from our end.
Sounds great.
If you'd like to do that, I could give you a demo in our next meeting.
For sure, 100%. You know, you just let me know whenever you're free. Anytime next week. Sound good to you?
Yeah, next week, probably around Thursday.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Awesome.
Great
It was
meeting
great. Yeah, great meeting with you. Great talking to you, Zach.